Hey, good Wednesday morning, guys. Thanks for logging on to BAMWX.com. Meteorologist Ed Valley here with your South Dakota state forecast. We're taking a look at the temperatures here this morning. And as a meteorologist, I think this is really cool. Eastern areas, well below freezing here, right along the Minnesota border down into even eastern Nebraska, mid to upper 20s. And then you taper that back towards freezing in like from Aberdeen right down towards Marty. And then you get out into the middle of the state, we got some warmer air coming in from the west. Temperatures in the upper 30s to middle 40s. And then look at this, there's 54 degrees here in the Black Hills. That's at a higher elevation. We have winds coming out of the southeast off of the Black Hills here. And to the west of the Black Hills, we're downsloping that air, warming things up pretty significantly. So it makes for an interesting distribution of temperatures this morning, anywhere from 27 in Sioux Falls all the way to 54 northwest of Rapid City. So I think that's interesting. I don't know about you guys, but that's what we're looking at here this morning. And the reason for the cooler temperatures, especially in the east, is that we have no clouds around, we have no wind, and that's allowing for those temperatures to really rapidly fall off here, especially right along the Minnesota, Iowa, and southeastern portions of the Nebraska border down in here. And as we move through the rest of the day here today, we're going to warm things up pretty significantly. I know we've seen some decent rains here over the last week or so, but I do think we're going to see a break. We're going to really dry things out here over the next 24 to 48 hours as we begin to get in on a little high pressure before our next system. Here's a look at the European model through the day today. Nothing going on. Some warmer air is filtering in from the south and from the west. That'll allow for some warmer temperatures, but still no precipitation expected through the day tomorrow. Then as we get into tomorrow night and into the day on Friday, there will be a weak frontal boundary nearby. That will allow for some spotty showers across the region during the day on Friday. And then along that front, another system's going to develop here into the day on Saturday, and that will allow for some showers to erupt during the morning on Saturday and continue through the afternoon, especially in the eastern half of the state, in the southern half of the state. If you're in northwestern South Dakota, you might not see much, but off to the south and to the east, that's where we are thinking that these showers and even a rumble of thunder will occur here Saturday into Saturday night, and then we dry things out by Sunday morning. But we're definitely going to cool things off here as we get into Sunday morning. Some places may get down close to freezing. But for the most part, I think, the freezing temperatures today, especially in the east, are the coldest we're going to be for at least a few days here. So that's kind of what we're looking at here over the next 5 days. Precipitation amounts will depend on if you get in on one of those heavier showers. Here's a look at the European model centered on the state of South Dakota. Basically, what we can take away from this is pretty much the southeastern 3/4 of the state look to see a general 1/10 of an inch, and I put this in the post below. General 1/10 of an inch to, in some places, as much as a 1/2 an inch of rain. Some places may even see locally more than that. According to this model, it looks to occur in the central and northern swath of the state here. But notice across northwestern South Dakota, not much going on. That's because the storm track is going to be off to our south and to our east, and the precipitation can only get so far north. So that's what we're looking at with respect to precipitation here over the coming days. I know we've had some uncertainty with respect to how much will fall this weekend, but generally I'm thinking a 1/10 to as much as a 1/2 an inch of rain across the state, especially, again, south and east. Temperatures over the next 7 days, it's really going to be up and down. Today, 70s in the Black Hills, Rapid City. East, only in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Tomorrow, we warm things up pretty much region-wide, except for the west. We're going to be watching that next system bringing cooler air in. Some places likely eclipse 70 degrees tomorrow, central and east. And then once that system moves on by, generally 50s and 60s here for the day on Friday. And into Saturday, some cooler air off to the north and west even on Saturday. But then by the time we get into Sunday, the system is passed. We're going to start warming things up, especially into early next week. This is a look at Monday. Temperatures into the upper 60s to lower 70s, and that looks to continue right into Tuesday and even into Wednesday. So hopefully we can dry things out, get some good harvesting out there as we dry things out and we warm things up, at least temporarily here. And really, I think this warmer regime is going to last at least through the next 2 weeks. Generally near normal this week as a whole, but next week, 3 to 8 degrees above normal is expected here in the 8 to 14 day period. That's from Tuesday evening through the following Tuesday evening, the 17th through the 24th. And then when we look at precipitation, we're going to have this active Pacific jet coming into the northwest, and we're still trying to figure out how that's going to interact across the middle of the country. But our team is concerned that we could trend a little bit wetter here in week 2 as this Pacific jet really does have an influence on the overall pattern. So that's all I have for this Wednesday morning. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach on out to us. Otherwise, enjoy your Wednesday. We'll talk to you soon.